Stop everything you're doing. This message isn't for everyone. But if you've ever felt like there's more to life than what you've been told, then this is for you. What if I told you that death, as you've always known it, is the grandest illusion of them all? What if the fear of finality, the darkness, the unknown, was never real, but a mask concealing the most liberating truth imaginable? There exists knowledge so profound, it has been shrouded in secrecy by those who thrive on your ignorance. A truth that doesn't just explain what happens when you take your last breath, but transforms how you live your life now. The question is, are you ready to remember what your soul has always known? Here's the truth. Death isn't the end. It's a doorway. Your consciousness, the eternal essence of your being, was never tethered to your body. What you call death is nothing more than a shift in perspective, a reorientation of awareness in the boundless expanse of reality. Imagine for a moment that the fear of death, the very thing that has kept humanity in chains for centuries, is merely a trick of the mind. This fear, cultivated by societal systems, has one purpose: to keep you small, obedient and afraid. But the veil is lifting, and you're about to see through it. When the heart ceases to beat and the body grows still, the truth of your infinite nature begins to unfold. This moment isn't an ending, it's a return, a reclamation of the vastness of who you truly are. For centuries, mystics and seekers have whispered about this transition. The Tibetan Book of the Dead, one of the most misunderstood and powerful texts in history, mapped this journey in astonishing detail. It reveals that death is not a destination, but an opportunity, a gateway to freedom. But here's the key: you don't have to wait for death to unlock its secrets. The masters taught that life itself is the training ground, and every moment you let go of fear, every time you step into the unknown with faith, you are rehearsing for that ultimate transition. Here's where the modern twist comes in. Quantum physics, neuroscience, and spirituality are converging to affirm what ancient wisdom has long proclaimed. Consciousness isn't confined to time, space, or matter. Reality is a projection shaped by your awareness. And just as you shape your life now, you'll shape what comes next. The Tibetan masters called this state the Bardo, a realm of infinite possibilities where your awareness meets its reflection. It's not just about what you'll encounter after death, but how you live now. Are your choices guided by fear or freedom? By scarcity or abundance? Because every choice ripples forward, shaping the path your soul takes. Each day, you face mini-deaths, moments where you release old beliefs, habits and fears. These are not losses, they're invitations to expand. The question is, will you embrace them? Will you awaken to the truth that life and death are but two sides of the same infinite dance? The time to prepare is now. Meditate on impermanence. Close your eyes and imagine everything you cling to, the labels, the possessions, even your sense of self falling away. In that space, feel the boundless, eternal energy that remains. That is you, the real you. This is your wake-up call, but it's not just a call, it's a resounding echo that has been reverberating through the corridors of time, gently nudging you toward a deeper understanding of who you are and why you're here. You've felt it, haven't you? That quiet voice within, that sense that there's more to life than the routines and narratives handed to you. This is the moment you've been waiting for. The moment to step beyond fear and limitation into the infinite possibilities that have always been your birthright. Let's start with the one truth that changes everything. You are not a victim of your circumstances, your past, or your body. You are the creator, the architect of your reality. Every thought you think, every belief you hold, every action you take weaves the fabric of your existence. What you experience as reality is not something happening to you, but something happening through you. The systems that surround us, society, culture, even the linear concept of time, are merely frameworks within which we operate. But they are not the ultimate truth. The Tibetan masters knew this. Long before modern science began to uncover the nature of energy and consciousness, they understood that reality is layered. What we perceive as solid and fixed is, in fact, fluid and malleable, shaped by the frequency of our thoughts and emotions. This isn't just a poetic idea, it's the very foundation of quantum mechanics. And here's the twist. You've always known this. Deep within, you've always sensed that you are far more than a collection of cells bound by time. But here's the challenge. Our modern world is designed to keep us distracted. We are bombarded with noise, with endless streams of information, with societal pressures to conform and achieve. These distractions are not accidental. They are intentional. A society built on fear is a society that's easy to control. If you're constantly worrying about what others think, about whether you're good enough, about the inevitability of death, then you're far less likely to realize your true power. This is why the Tibetan Book of the Dead is so revolutionary. It doesn't just prepare you for what happens after you die, it shows you how to live fully now. It's a guide to reclaiming your awareness, to seeing through the illusions that keep you small, and to stepping into the limitless nature of your being. Let's talk about fear for a moment. Fear is the great illusion, the shadow that looms large only when you turn away from the light. But what happens when you face it? What happens when you step into the unknown, not with trepidation, but with the confidence of someone who knows they are eternal? Fear loses its power. The shadows dissolve, and you begin to see clearly. The Tibetan masters understood that life itself is a series of bardos, transitions. Every ending is a beginning. Every loss is an opportunity for growth. Every challenge is a doorway to a higher state of being. When you cling to what is familiar, when you resist change, you keep yourself bound to the lower cycles of existence. But when you embrace these transitions, when you see them as opportunities to expand your awareness, you begin to unlock the deeper truths of reality. The truth is, you don't need to wait for a grand moment of transformation. The power to change your life is here, now, in this very moment. Every thought you think, every intention you set, every step you take is shaping your reality. The question is, what kind of reality do you want to create? You didn't come here to play small. You came here to remember who you are, a creator, a light, an infinite being experiencing life in all its beauty and complexity. So what will you do with this knowledge? Will you let it pass you by, another fleeting thought in the chaos of the day? Or will you act? Will you take the first step toward a life that is not defined by fear, but by freedom? The choice is yours. It always has been. Comment, "Not afraid" below if you're ready to step into your power. Join the Gravitas Mindset family, where we don't just talk about transformation, we live it. Together, we rise, not as individuals, but as a collective force of awakened souls. Let's create a world where fear is no longer the driving force, where love and awareness guide every action, and where each of us lives as the infinite beings we were always meant to be. This isn't the end, it's the beginning. The question is, are you ready to begin?